This is Chris Kelly with a quick walkthrough of basic client program design for the general population client. Now, the way we build this in our Excel spreadsheet is that it's pretty simple. I don't get too detailed with our athletes, with clients that are a little bit more experienced. We will program out certain, reps, sets, macro cycles for longer periods of time. Whereas with the personal training client, generally we're looking at 6 to 8 week cycles. And rather than getting very detailed, we're just going to pick two general goals. Okay, so for this particular example, we have improved hip rotation because with this client we found that they have some, they're lacking in that in their hips, as well as 10 push-ups on the floor. So this could be just a minor goal that we're focusing on with this client. We'll also look at nutrition if applicable, or just a specific habit to focus on. So I just have written in here habits first approach, but if they have a particular habit we want to work on, we could say, okay, cut out caloric beverages for this month. All right, so it's just something, a little bit of reminder, and the thing that we want to focus on, and then you can move to phase 2, and then just write that in. But if we're looking at a two-phase program, you can put in your dates here. You can write 4 weeks or specific dates, and then move to the next one. But that gives us an idea of these are some general goals that we're going to focus on for this cycle. Now, what we've done with this is that we just have, and I'll back up a little bit so you can see this. We have we've basically split it up into templates, or into a way that we cut and paste our exercises into our program template. So after we planned out the general goals of the phase, generally we already have reps and sets planned in because we've set our cycles up already. So, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But based upon the client's needs, we're assuming that this is a new client, a beginner. All right, so we're giving them the basic general warm-up as their warm-up that we start with. All right, so we have exercises like leg lowering, half kneeling, hip extension, and the mobility drills that we use is sort of the foundation of our program. Then we have their activation series where we're just doing low load core drills to help to turn things on. All right, so this is what the majority of our beginner clients are going to do. So I have this fixed into our program templates. All right, they move on in the next cycle, the next phase, into our more advanced warm-up, where we progress these just a little bit to more standing-based exercises. Okay, so, and what we can do when we're ready is we can cut and paste this into our program template, and I'll take you through that in a second. But as we go down, all right, you'll notice that with our workout A and our workout B, it's the same concept. All right, so we have our workouts, and we've written it in A1, A2, A3, A4, and then B1, B2, B3, B4. All right, we've written in, rather than specific exercises yet, I've templated it, meaning I have generalized categories where then I can plug in a specific exercise. So in this example, we have what we call our anatomical adaptation phase, where it's more of a circuit-based training goal, and we have a higher rep range. So 3 to 5 sets of 30 seconds, or 8 to 12 reps, all right? And this is for somebody that maybe is just coming back in, or a beginner that has progressed from the technique phase. Okay, so like for a horizontal push, for example, I could use a floor dumbbell press, I could use a push-up, I could use a band press, whatever is relevant to that particular client. But that's the thing, is that they come from that specific category. For the double leg knee dominant, okay, that would be some sort of a squat variation, whereas for the anterior core, which is A3, okay, I could use a plank, I could use some sort of a dead bug drill, just something that is working the anterior core and is preventing extension. Okay, and then at the bottom here we have conditioning. Okay, we always end our sessions with conditioning, and we'll do something based upon what that client's abilities are. Generally, we begin with circuits and we progress more to interval training. So in this situation, the person is doing 30 seconds of work followed by 30 seconds of rest for 6 to 10 minutes. I've written down choice here for conditioning because we choose the mode, meaning I could have them sprinting on an airdyne, I could have them doing actual sprints, I could have them doing squats, and I could just write that in. And sometimes what I'll do is I will write in several choices just based upon the person's abilities, meaning, if they have an issue with running and I know that that's probably not a good choice for them, I'd write something in like battling ropes, dash airdyne, dash, air squats or something like that. Something that I knew, options that I knew were safe that I could rotate through as the phase went on. All right, from there, we would write in different exercises, okay? We would progress those things. So for the horizontal push, I might progress from a floor dumbbell press for 12 reps in this first phase to a dumbbell press on a bench for 6 to 8 reps in this next phase, because you'll notice with this, the rep ranges get lower. Okay, so we're focusing on heavier weight here. Okay, and so things just progress along. And generally, we want to progress from, we want the program to flow from phase to phase. So they're not huge changes. Like we're going from 8 to 12 reps to 6 to 8 reps. So that's not a massive change, but we change the exercises a little bit. The categories remain the same, but again, you know, we just progress based upon their rep ranges as well as filling things in. So we just flow from phase to phase through these categories. Okay, so based upon the client, we'll do the same thing for workout B. Okay, and then if necessary, do workout C. And what we do is then we'll just copy these. Okay, copy what we've put together. So we go to we go through warm up here. I click copy, and then I scroll down to a program template that I've created down here, and then we just paste those in, okay? Because this program template is the thing that I'll print out for either myself or the client, where then you know, I can log for this particular phase. So for the for day 1 on workout A, you know, I paste in their stuff, and then I can log set 1, set 2, set 3, etc. Okay, and one tip that I'll give you is that if you have like an iPhone or you have a notepad or something like that, you can do this through Excel on your notepad, and that's even better. So that's another thing to think about. But the idea is that we create the exercises and we plan out the phases, and then for each 4-week block of training, we'll just cut and paste in this particular spreadsheet. So this is something that I do in Microsoft Excel, and this is my template system. All right, this is what I've created. You will create your own, absolutely, but I definitely recommend Excel because it's just a logical process. We plan out the program design, we plug in the exercises, and then it's just a matter of logging sets and reps and coaching.